Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMahon here with Forex Smart Trade. Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become financially independent. We do that by teaching you to currency trade with our proprietary indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. Today is Tuesday, October 20th. So let us get on with today's events and see if we can find some good trades. We will first start by doing our disclosure, and I have a new disclosure here that we are supposed to play. So let's play it.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange and futures trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. Now let us take a look. Just as a reminder, this Thursday through the end of the month, we have the Thursday tip-top referral trade. This is usually for people who have been so kind as to provide us with a referral. So as a give back, we invite them to an extra trade session where we do trades beyond trades and instruction beyond what we do in this Tuesday morning session. So that is at Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. And we will be offering it to everyone through the end of October. So you get better by associating yourself with people who are already good at something. The people who do the instruction here, generally it's Phil and I. We are very good traders, so come watch, learn. Speaking of learning, the company has a number of other live trading sessions, whether you're a light or you're in the program. Here is the schedule. As new traders, or until you have mastered your trade plan, you should try to attend as many of these as you can. I found that you can always pick something up. I've been trading a little under 2 years. When I first started, I used to attend these religiously. In fact, I generally fall asleep around 9:30 Eastern time. I used to set my alarm so I'd wake back up at 10 so I could do the AIT trade. So go to as many sessions as you can. Copy these trades. These trades are usually good trades, and on the average, you will end up ahead net pips. And then lastly, I work off of a trade routine. It's a little bit like a pilot's checklist. When I start every day, I want to make sure that I've got a live chart and my CoinEx is connected. I know I have a live chart when it's green up here in the top left corner, and it's green down here in the bottom right corner. So the chart's live. On my CoinEx, I pop it up and I want to see these numbers bouncing around, and I do see these numbers bouncing around. So I've got a live feed right now. A review of yesterday. Since we're do this a week apart, it's a little bit hard to review. Yesterday, last week we did have two. Oh, what do we got here? Last week we did have two winning trades. Not quite sure why we're seeing so many here. We took a 10-point trade and a thick orange line trade. It is good habit as a new trader in this review of yesterday's trade. When you take a trade, take a screenshot of what you're looking at when you take the trade. And if the trade does not go the way you had predicted it to go, then we can analyze what you were taking a look at the time you took the trade and try to figure out how you analyzed it wrong. You may not have analyzed it wrong because the chart isn't 100%, but we can drill down a little bit more when we see what you were looking at and discuss. Okay, well, I wouldn't have done this because of this. Fundamental analysis. We are technical traders, so we're these indicators are picking up price action movement and are good at figuring out where the turns happen. Fundamental traders trade based on news. We do not trade based on news. So when there is a news item, we want to stay out of the market because we don't know how the news is going to impact it. Right now, it looks like Forex Factory is down this morning, so we are going to be trading without our news feed. And then now we will kind of go into the technical analysis part of it. On this trade, I usually use two different signals to figure out the trade. My kind of go-to trade, and in your trading, in your training, one of the things you want to come up with is a trade plan. There's like a dozen different signals. You need to find the one that resonates with you. The trade signal I use is different than the one my wife uses. It's different than the one my son uses. So you got to figure out what kind of works, or based on your kind of risk tolerance and the way you like to trade. I use the 10-point trade, so that's what we're going to start out with. And just so that we can find see if we can get a couple trades in, we will also use the thick orange line trade. So first, I've got set up is our composite chart. Our composite chart has 6 different currency pairs on it, starting with the Euro USD on this first box. And this first box is we've got all of these based on a 60-minute chart. And what that means is that each of these candles has 60 minutes worth of information in them. I use a 60-minute chart as the initial trigger for the trade. If I see the signal is giving me a buy or sell, then I'm going to go look at the full detailed chart where I'm looking at all the different time frames and see what all the signals are telling me. So on the Euro US, we start with the majors and minors, which is this middle chart. And I am looking for a situation where the majors and minors are overbought. The red and green are the majors, the black and gray are the minors, where we are overbought or oversold. Oversold is below the red line, overbought is above the blue line. And when I see the lines above the blue line, I want these all to be turned and pointing down. I don't have that here. The minors have started to turn down, but they're really kind of more sideways. Majors are still going up. Pound dollar, overbought. The minors are coming down. The majors aren't quite there. They're a little bit more sideways. I want everybody pointing down. The steeper the point down, the better the trade. So I don't quite have it here. Australian US dollar. Everybody, we're still kind of in the channel. Majors, minors still in the channel and still going up. So that's a pass. USD CHF oversold. Miners have started to turn, majors have not. The more pieces that are in, the trick to being good at this is having that high consistency rate. So I want to have as much of the chart agreeing or suggesting a trade as possible. I only need a couple trades a day. You saw yesterday I only had 2 trades. I made $1,800. I don't need to trade a lot to have a good day. I just need to be patient and wait for the signal. And when I say wait for the signal, I don't want to anticipate the signal. I want to wait till I see the signal. Dollar yen. Everybody is, we're overbought. Everybody's above the blue line, but majors are still going up. Miners are sideways. USD Canadian. Oversold. Miners are sideways. Majors haven't, are kind of sideways too. So we got nothing with any of the US pairs. So let's go. I've got 3 of these composite charts. The second one has some non-US pairs on it. So here we've got euro dollar, euro pound, overbought. Everybody's going up. Australian dollar yen, overbought. Everybody's going up. Euro Canadian, overbought. Miners are starting to turn, majors still going up. Australian New Zealand dollar, overbought. Miners started to go down and have switched. Majors are going sideways. We'll pass. Australian dollar, USD. We've got we are oversold. We're going up. We're almost halfway into the channel on the majors. The miners have actually gone all the way through the channel. Are in the overbought section. I will look at a trade if it hasn't quite gone halfway. What I'm looking for is to get the run all the way through the channel here. So I've got 3 points here. 1 that they're oversold, 2 that everybody's pointing up, and 3 that I've got green crossed over red and gray crossed over black. The other thing I like here is we had the crossover here last hour. We had the crossover here last hour, and then you can see when it crossed over right here, the steepness of the line got steeper. So I like the steeper this line, the better I like the trade. So now I am going to go up to my TNTs, my 2 orange lines, my thick orange line and my thin orange line are both pointed up. The orange lines are directional. So when they are going up, that means up. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means up. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. The thick blue is coming down, dotted blue is going up. Normally the thick blue is the last to turn, but we've got 3 of the 4 here. 3 of the 4 here. It's he's already turned, and he is suggesting up. On the pressure, I've got 3 points here on the majors minors. I've got 3 points here on the TNT. On the pressure, I need to have at least 1 point. The pressure is kind of going down and sideways, but green is on top. So because green line is on top, that gives me a buy signal. The lines are diverging. That means they're getting further apart, although they've kind of stayed parallel this whole, in terms of their distance, they've stayed parallel. So I've got 7 points here. 7 points is enough for me to take a more detailed look. So now that I have like the buy signal here, I want to look at the full chart. So to look at the full chart, let's see if I've used the NZD USD recently. I don't see it here, so I'm going to go to Open Chart Book. NZD USD. Open it up. And we'll give the screen a second to load. Now, the first thing I want to do, if we go back to my my trade sheet, I want to know what the trend is, where the support and resistance is, and the channel. So I am going to open up on my charts. I have it. This isn't a pair that I trade regularly, so I need to add some support and resistance on here. So I'm going to crunch up the chart a little bit. And I am going to tighten this a little bit. Here we go. And support and resistance are spots where the price seems to stop. Like the price action gets to a spot, and all of a sudden it seems to turn around and go the other way. So we can see right in here, it went up, kind of hit this line, came back, hit this line, came back, came up, stopped. Right in here, it stopped. Right in here, it stopped. Here, right in here, right here. So I want to know where these lines are. So right here, it seems to have bounced here, bounced in here, right in here, kind of in here, right here, right in here. And let's see. Put one below. You can see it bouncing here, bouncing in here, bouncing here. Let's see if there's one in the middle here. Right here, right in here, right in here, 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 here. All right, so we've got our support and resistance. So let's take a look. Let's open this guy up a little bit. And all right, so what do we see? Over the last day, what's the trend? So we're trading into a downtrend. The 3 days in front of that, we were in an uptrend. I want to know the trend because that's going to help me figure out how many pips I want to take. So if I'm trading in a downtrend and I want to take a buy, I'm going to take less pips than I would if I'm trading into an uptrend. So right now we're trading into a downtrend. It is kind of steep. Euro USD, it seems to have flattened off here, and it's bounced off of this resistance line. So we're trading into a downtrend. We have a up signal in a downtrend. So I want to know how much room I have to these resistance lines. So here I've got about 12 pips going up till I hit this line, and 6 pips coming down. All right. 12 pips up on the 2-hour chart. Majors and minors oversold, pointing up, which is good. Pressure is down but diverging. The lines are getting further apart. Green is on top. This is suggesting it's going to roll. On the 2-hour chart, majors and minors are oversold again. Minors have started to turn up. Majors are just about to turn up. But I've got red on top and downward pressure. So on the 4-hour, I'm not seeing much room. I'm not. We're oversold, but I don't have the pressure in with me. And then on the day chart is still showing us everything's going down. Majors and minors are down. Everybody's pointing down. Pressure is down. On the 30-minute chart, we're oversold, overbought, going down. We've got sideways pressure that's converging. Sideways pressure generally means retracement. It looks like it's already retraced. When I say retracement, it's going to generally copy whatever the last candle did when we see this sideways. And that's what we're seeing here. It's copied this. And on the 5-minute, oversold and down. I don't like this enough. If you look on the NZD USD, we had like 12 pips. It's come down just a minute. It's come down just a hair since we've looked at it. We had 12 pips to the line. The ATR, which is telling me how much it's moved in the last hour, 10 pips. So we're trading in a downtrend. We've got 12 pips up. It's telling me there's only 10 pips in the last hour. I'm not going to take the full 10 pips because we're trading into a downtrend. So trading into a downtrend, I'm going to take less than what we have to this line. 8 pips, 7 pips isn't worth it to me. I don't like it enough. And we can kind of see, actually, as we've been talking, our minors have changed. Before, our minors were straight up. Now they've turned back, and the steepness on this line has changed, and it's going sideways. So while we've been analyzing this signal weakened, and I don't like it enough. So let's keep searching and see what else we can find. Euro AUD bought. Minors are coming down, majors are coming up, so that we don't have it. So now let's go to our third set, see if we see anything. AUD, CAD, oversold, but we're not. Majors and minors aren't pointing up. We've got the minors pointing up, but the majors are sideways. Swiss franc, yen, overbought. Minors have started to turn, majors haven't. Euro yen, minors have started to turn, majors haven't. Pound Australian dollar. All right, I got everybody coming down. They're just at the halfway mark, and I've got good steepness. I've kind of like this, even though we're just trying to go over that halfway mark. The 2 orange lines are coming down. 2 blue lines are going up. When blue goes up, that means down. So I got 4 points here, 3 points here. I've got up pressure, but it's starting to roll with red on top. That's a 7th point. So let's take a look at the full chart here. Open chart book. Great Britain pound AUD. Haven't looked at this one in a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this one, save it, and then I'm going to open it as a what were we looking at? Pound Australian dollar. So pound Australian dollar, I right click, go to chart settings, and I'm going to change the symbol to pound Australian dollar, apply. And I'm going to just rename this Britain pound AUD. Save. So we're waiting a second for the chart to close. Real quick, since we're approaching, we got 4 minutes left in the top of the hour. There's 3 minutes left in the here. Before we analyze this, I want to just see if there's a thick orange line trade. Thick orange line trade. This is a different signal, and we take it right at the top of the hour, which is right now. We got 3 minutes left, and I'm looking for this number here. The number blocked in orange to be either 0 or minus 100 or within 10. So minus 15 is no, minus 48 is no, minus 1 is yes. When I see this where it's supposed to be, then I look for confirmation that when this is at 0, this is telling us we don't believe there's any more up in the movement. It's about to turn. To confirm that, I look to my majors and minors, and what I want to see is all 4 lines well above the blue. I don't have that. And we have condition 1. I need condition 1 and 2 to take this trade, so I'm going to pass. Minus 81 is not quite there. Minus 89 is a little bit out of the range. Minus 3 is within 10 of 0, and I've got all 4 lines above here. So I've got condition 1, I've got condition 2. This trade is good for 5 pips. So I am going to go ahead and take it. Was it USD JPY? USD JPY. So new order on the second line here. And open up my new order box, check the symbol, check the volume. This account is a demo account. It's got $7,700 in it. So to be consistent with our risk management rules, I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to make my lot size 0.77. Market execution, and I am going to click sell. It records the trade below the screen here. If I click anywhere along it, it highlights it blue. I right click on the trade. I want to tell the broker what my parameters are. And on this, this trade is always good for 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. If I write 50 in here and I click the little blue copy as button, it does the math for me to figure it out. And on this trade, based on how accurate it is, we use a 4-to-1 stop. So if I'm going for 5 pips, I'm going to put a 20 pip stop loss on it. Click this. Now, since we're only going for 5 pips, I like to check the math. So if I'm going for a 5 pip sell, if I got in at 0.56, I want to go to 0.51. So I'm just going to adjust this to 516. So I get my full 5 pips, modify, and here's the trade. So we right now we took a 5 pip trade using the thick orange line signal. Let us minimize this. And one thing that helps us confirm if this is a good trade is When the hour changed, do you see how this number changed to -22 from -3? -3 here last hour. So by clicking this, I go back an hour to the top of the hour. -3, current, -21. So this is telling me it's going to start to turn. So this should be a good trade. I would expect it to close within the hour. Let us go back to our pound dollar. If you don't mind going over a little bit, we'll see what we have. If there's a trade here. So first I want to put my support and resistance in there. So I'm going to crunch this up, bring it up a little bit, move it up, and let's put some support and resistance in on here. We'll see if we've got a trade here. All right, we've got some touching here, some touching here. Touching here, kind of right in here, right in here, right in here, right in here. One below, let's get one more. Touching here, touching here, touching here. Now, normally if this was a currency that I traded a lot, I would have pre-done this, and I would have done it in a kind of a more detailed way. So right now I'm kind of doing the quick and dirty. In terms of a trend, what are we seeing? We've got kind of a big uptrend, and I can even, it kind of jumped out of here. But we're trading into an uptrend, and in the last 3 months, we are about at the high of where it's traded. Erase. Let's open this up a little bit so we can see a little better. So goes up, stopped, came back, keeps going up. So we're in an uptrend. What was the signal we're looking at? It is a down signal. So this is what it was at the top of the hour. Strong down, overbought, but going up. Red, it looks like just crossed over. We got strong up, but red crossed over. Up, but red's on top. Up, but red's on top, diverging. More retreat, up, red on top, a gap going sideways. So it looks like we get some retracement. Now let's take a look. It's coming down, but it bent. The majors bent here. I don't like the majors bending in the channel. I want them to be going straight through, bent with here in the channel. So that means it's losing its down pressure. It's losing its down pressure. So because it bent, I'm not taking this trade. We are at the top, but it seems to have lost its gas right now. We still have a signal down. We got 3 of the 4, the 2 oranges going down, dotted blue going up. We've got the 3 here, but this bend here, with this bend, I don't like it, so we're going to pass. So today, gang, we just took one trade. It was a thick orange line trade for 5 pips. Again, the reason we took 5 pips is we've tested this extensively on a 1-hour chart. It's always good for 5 pips. And I would expect this to close sometime in the next 1 to 3 hours. All right. Any questions? Very good. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you hopefully Thursday. All right. Bye-bye. Gabriel, I see your note there. Give me a call. My phone number is 781 839-0896. 781-839-0896. Call me after 9 Eastern time, which is in 2 hours. Okay, thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.